So how about the story of you losing your golf clubs? Or sorry, not losing them, but them getting stolen.
Yeah, I was waiting for that one to
Talk.
come. So I'm sitting there, it's like I shot three kind of whatever days of golf, and I'm I think I was at 10 under going into the last day, and we have an Airbnb. But yeah, I woke up the morning of the final round of final stage of Q school, and I didn't have any golf clubs, right? So
Oh man.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I panicked a little bit there for a second. So I called my Titleist rep, and I was just like, dude, you're not gonna believe this, right? But I don't have any golf clubs. Right? He's like, what do you mean? And I was like, dude, they're just not in our house. Like somebody stole them. And so he starts making phone calls. He was like, all right, just come to the golf course early. So I got there like 2.5 hours before my tee time. I was sitting in like 75th place, right? So I knew I already had to shoot like 7 or 8 under to even have any status. And so I get there, and he's running around. There's like four of them actually running around, and they ended up getting like rental wedges from some rental set that they had. The superintendent's wife like brought his golf clubs to the course for me, so I had his like pitching wedge through 5 iron, and then I had like a 4 and 3 iron that came from I don't even remember where that one came from. And then the driver was a demo driver that like luckily they just had like a stiff shaft, and so I go on the range, and I'm just blocking these things like 40 yards right. And so I start like making adjustments with my swing, right? Like trying to like release it a little harder, and
Yeah.
the tireless rep was like, no, like don't do that, right? And so he starts like moving the settings around on the driver,
Yeah.
moves the weight like way out to the heel, and suddenly instead of hitting like a 40-yard block slice, I was hitting like a 10-yard cut, right? And it was like, oh, like that's fine. And so, dude, I didn't really like go through a warm up other than like I was just hitting balls, like making sure it was going like somewhat down the line, and
Yeah.
I had this tee time off 10, and it's a par three. I remember like this shot. It was like it's a par three, and it was like such a stock 6 iron front flag. It was like four on to the front edge, and it was like such a stock 6 iron, little into the breeze. And I hit a 6 iron, and it just goes way up, right? Catches the wind, balloons, just stands up, comes up like 15 yards short. And it was like, oh man, this is gonna be a day, right? And then I'm hitting this wedge that's just been beat to hell, and kind of skank a little chip shot up there to like 4 feet and make it, right? And off we went. And dude, it was like I had my coach caddying for me, and it was just a blackout day, man. Like I don't really remember that much of it, as weird as that sounds. I think I was just like kind of so in the moment because these clubs were so weird and foreign that like I really didn't know where the ball was gonna go. So yeah, dude, like I had
How,
9 birdies, 9 pars, shot 63, and got status by 2 shots.
That you
Yeah,
did?